So back at it with coping with stress, where we left from the last episode. So if you have not watched that episode, I'm going to put the link somewhere up here. I don't know where, but it's check. Again, if you are new, you're welcome. Feel free. This is a safe space. Comment. Let us know your what you think about stress. Let us know what you think about coping with stress. Let us know what you feel about everything we are discussing about here. Remember to like and share and subscribe if you have not. If you are back, the Gram family, you're welcome. I love having you here, and we are here for it, aren't we? So actually forgot to mention something very important, is that you should understand what triggers stress for you, whether short term or long term, because we might look at our short term stress as short term, but then it's something that keeps on reoccurring, and when it reoccurs a couple of times, it's not short term anymore. That's long term. You're just trying to define it as short, and it's not. So yeah, try to understand what triggers stress for you. Is it some type of environment? Is it a lot of work? I don't know. There are different things. If you sit down and create time for quiet time, create space for quiet time. That was in our video for how to mentally prepare for your new year. So if you have not watched that again, I'm going to put the link somewhere here. It's important. Now, we finished off the last episode with get the stress system that works for you and not against you, because what works for me might not work for you. So just understand how you feel and practice saying how you feel. It's important, because some of the people we interact with might have unreasonable demands, and some of them might not be a good support network. So it's not everyone that understands or look at you and how you behave and will be able to know what you're feeling or how you're feeling. Communicate. Say no when you feel like it's not sitting right with you. On Gram, our first ever video was why is the no conversation a no-go zone, and we outlined the reasons as to why we should learn how to say no when it is required. Okay, so that is also a good video. I'm not marketing Gram, I'm just trying to point out some of the important things you have missed. Alright? Yeah. So now, exercise. Exercise is tricky because it needs consistency. It needs a lot of dedication and commitment. But then, if you practice a lot of exercise and stretching out, and sometimes our physical body is usually neglected because we don't make time for it, unless you are just having your bath in the morning and lying at night when you come from your day's activities. I feel like we rarely do more than that. I won't say we, because some of us are disciplined enough. I'm not saying you're indisciplined, but yeah, so practice a lot of that. Do a lot of meditation. You remember when we said make space for quiet time, where you relax and just be aware of what you're feeling, who you are, and everything. Live in the present. Be mindful of the present. Stop looking too much ahead or looking at the past and it is not reflecting what you are now. So just try and create time for that. Relax, take a walk if you have to, read a book if you have to. Remember, we have said get a stress system working for you and not against you. So if you also force something that is not working for you, that's stress on stress. Okay, what time are you watching this video? If it's at night and it's past your bedtime, that is indiscipline. What I'm trying to say is, are we getting enough rest? Actually, sometimes stress is actually just a matter of, you know how you are so overwhelmed and everything is not working, your brain is not even working anymore, and then when you take a nap and wake up, you feel so refreshed, you feel so new, and you feel so energized. I'm not saying resting is just napping. I'm just trying to say, are you resting enough? Go to bed on time, guys. Go to bed on time. We are not getting enough sleep. And when we tackle the procrastination, I'll actually iron out something, a system 888, where it covers 24 hours of a day. So, guys, I told you Gram is hey. Whatever Gram has for you this year, you'll love it. I'm telling you, you'll get out of this year feeling like, anyway, yeah, get enough rest and hydrate. Talk about your stress. This one I'll sensitize because just a few days ago, we were having a conversation with a friend of mine of how guys or men actually don't talk about their issues because they feel being vulnerable is being weak, or being vulnerable is just not their thing. We are human beings. All of us are human beings. So this masculinity thing of not having to speak out, you don't have to tell it to a female species if you feel like that's not what you would do. Nowadays, guys, there are a lot of psychology spaces online. That is psychology. Counseling space. Oh God, Jesus. Counseling spaces online, and you don't even have to know the person, or you don't have to see the person for you to talk with them if you don't feel comfortable, and you don't even have to reveal yourself. It can be anonymous. I'll try and post a few links in the description box below. If you feel like this is something you really need, guys, this one is very critical. I'm very serious right now because I've realized most of us keep a lot of things to ourselves, and it's harmful when you bottle up a lot of things and others keep on adding themselves on top of that. It's not a good practice, because the moment you keep on doing that, you keep on not providing space to actually be yourself, because you're just now skeptical of whatever you have within yourself. And this is what brings about the stress itself. This is what brings about anxiety and depression. So talk about it. Like I said, as we started, practice saying how you feel. If you feel like it's you need a support network, get that support network. And I said last time, let this support network be a safe space for you. And if it does not work for you, then you cannot miss one person who you share the same beliefs with, or you actually share the same interests with, and you can confide in. Take that step. What's the worst that can happen, guys? What's the worst that can happen? So organize a time-based schedule, or organize your routine according to your energy levels. I think this is something we will also do when we are handling procrastination, because you know how there are certain times, like I myself cannot study during the day. That's a lie. If it's something technical, I can't really study during the day. Let me wake up in the morning and get the concepts well and sink it in. So for me, let me wake up early in the morning and study. So identify your energy levels at different times. Like, I know there are night owls and there are early birds, yeah. So that is also something that could help you with stress, because sometimes you handle things when your energy levels are low and you feel like they're not working for you, but it's just that you have not organized yourself. You want to have this out there, that there are dangerous methods of coping with stress. You might not agree with me on this, but it's dangerous to drink alcohol and do drugs when you stress. This is something that will last a short time of relief and feeling like you can do anything, that now is everything is out of nothing is on your way and nothing. But when you come back to your senses, when you come back to soberness, everything that you had thought was gone is now here with you. Everything you felt like was no longer in your way or is not disturbing you anymore. When you come back to being sober, it's all back. I'm not saying you should not do it. Everyone has a choice. You decide to do it, you decide to not engage yourself with drugs and alcohol, that's your choice. But it's not a good habit to do it when you're stressed. Try to be the most sober when you have stress. Identify your stress, identify what triggers your stress, and sort that out. Okay? Sleeping too much. When you sleep during the day and when you wake up you feel sick. When you wake up in the evening, you feel. That's why I don't take afternoon naps, because they just don't work for me. But what I'm saying is how you sleep too much and you feel like you can't do anything and you have no energy to do anything at all. Try to fight that. Try to go out there and find something. Keep yourself busy but not overwork. Keep yourself busy but don't overwork yourself. Okay? Disconnecting with people, secluding yourself. This comes back to not talking about it. You will do this because maybe you don't feel like you want to be around people, you don't want to interact with people, you don't want to see people because your stress is not allowing you to be with people. I'm not being sarcastic, but this is not a good habit to have when you're stressed, because when you're stressed you have this mental thing that I want to be alone. I am alone. No one cares. No one understands or anything. And this again trickles back to talking about it. When you actually go out there and spare some minutes, hang out with your friends, hang out with your siblings or your family, and just get to forget about these things that are so much in your head for some time. It will help, because family, for example, or friends that you identify with, these are people you love and you care about, and just being around them radiates that good energy and good vibe, and you feel whole again. So just try that. Okay, so I think that would be it for us today on coping with stress. I hope you learned. Again, comment, let us hear what you have to say about all this. Let us interact. We are on our way to 100 subs. Wow! So let's share this video. Let's get people subscribing and liking this video and sharing and getting their mental health in check, getting their mindsets on check, and a healthy mind is a healthy community. So see you next time when we'll be handling procrastination. This one will be hot because I know